What did you first thought when you read the script for season 8?
Oh,
Well, I know this is how Carice reads the scripts, because I've seen her doing this. She goes, boring, 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 my bit, boring, 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 my bit. So it was all, when she just skipped by everybody, went to Melisandre's bits and see if that was satisfying. So there you go, in a nutshell.
no, actually, I waited till the read-through. I mean, of course, yes, I've read a little bit, but I really like to listen to it in the read-through because I'm a bit lazy, and also sometimes it's hard to read the scripts because they're so sort of complicated, and the language is not always easy. So it was great to see it sort of unfold around the table that day in, I don't know, whatever.
That was the first time I saw them, read them, because I was in America and I couldn't open the scripts.
Of course.
So when it wasn't my fault,
No,
it was
I
a
know,
technical problem. But when I got there, it was myself and, did you not read them before the table read?
No, I did.
But myself and Kit were the only two. He didn't want. He made the decision. He just wanted to hear everybody, like you said. I just couldn't open them when I was in the States. So when I came back, they had to sort out the problems with the two-step authentication or whatever crap it was. And so the first time I heard the scripts or read the scripts was at the big table reading when everybody was there. That was weird, very strange.
And are you satisfied with the ending, or would you change it if you could?
I'm satisfied with the ending.
Yeah, me too.
And
George Martin said it would be bittersweet. He said a couple of years ago it would be bittersweet, and I kind of thought, the hell does that mean? But I can see what he means by that, and it is. And the other thing is, if we put a nice red bow around the ending of this, the audience quite rightly would say, why would you? Don't patronise us. You've treated us as grown-ups for a grown-up TV show. So it's a bit like life. The end of the show. The big things are taken care of, but not everything is taken. It's wrapped up in a bow.
And I guess that you are also satisfied not only with the whole show ending, but also with your character's ending and journey.
What sort of question is that now? That's a bit. It's a cheeky question. When are we ever satisfied with life? It's the biggest part of Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones. So we're all. What phrase did you use earlier? We're all little pieces in the.
A little triangle player in a big orchestra.
All of us are triangle players that make this lovely triangle orchestra. So it's gorgeous to be part of it. It's great. I don't know. For me, my ambition was to make it to the last season, and of course, when you get to the last season, you want to make it to the last episode. But you'll have to see and watch if that happens.
And is there any scene from the 7 past seasons that still shocks you when you watch it?
That still what disturbs or
Yeah.
shocks? Oh yeah.
Many.
Yeah. They're going to be in season 8 as well. There will be shocks in season 8. Big shocks.
And HBO is working on several spin-offs.
Yes.
So what would you like to see? Future, past?
Well, I think the spin-off they're doing that they're going to do is a prequel, isn't it? It's supposed to be hundreds of years before. I have no idea if any of the others are being made or whatever it may be, or they're going to make this one and make a series. We know nothing about that because none of us are involved. So I'd be definitely watching it, but I'd be really interested in watching it to see what they've done. But what it's going to be like, I've no idea.
Okay. I guess you all had your theories, but which member of the cast was more accurate about the ending? Who was closer?
That's a good question. What if you ask them?
Yeah, exactly.
If you've already asked them that.
I've asked
Years
them.
ago.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was accurate. Nobody's 100% accurate of the people. We used to all sit around in costume when they're moving cameras and whatever it may be, and you're on a break. And the bizarre thing is, if somebody from the audience came in and watched us, because we're all sitting there like the audience. We sit there and kind of go, who do you think is going to be on the thing? And we're sitting in the costumes of the people who it might be. So there's nobody in this cast that isn't a fan of the show. Because it's an ensemble and we all do our own bits. Nobody sees it, apart from the crew and the directors and not even the directors because they do a couple of episodes each. So we're all kind of fans because we the only time we get to see it all put together is when we're sitting at home watching it on TV with our families or whatever.